Well, welcome back to the Deagle Stop. Just pulled into Two Georges Marina, heading down to the boat. Chris is already down here. He's supposed to be helping him get everything set up. Well, kind of takes a while to make sure that everything looks so nice and pretty.
Divers ready.
Welcome back to Below the Surface. We're in week number 2 of the Emerald Coast Open preseason tournament. Last week, Jason and I held the number 2 and the number 3 spot. Not a whole lot of people have turned in lionfish yet, but after today, if we still have the same amount of people turning in lionfish, Jason and I are going to take the number 1 and the number 2 spot. What do you know? I'm about to finish this video and the results came out. Look at that. First and second place. It's still the preseason, so each one of these fish, they count for 2 raffle tickets, and since we had fish to turn in for the month of February, we're automatically entered into the February drawing. Last year, I won a surf fur boat coat.
Oh, the first one is going to go to Robert Renfro. Congratulations, Robert. You got yourself a fantastic jacket here.
This year, well, you never know. But if you don't turn in a fish, you don't have a chance to win. It's like they say, you can't spear them sitting on the couch. Today we're out with Shark Quest. Coming out of the pass, we thought that the weather was going to be a little iffy, but throughout the day, it cleared right up. And again, we had calm, flat water. But look at these pyramids. They're stacked. I don't think I've ever seen this many lionfish. Good thing I got a new pole spear from Zookeeper, and this thing, it's like a heat-seeking missile. I ain't kidding. There's so much inertia behind this pole spear that I eventually learned that I can't load up the band all the way. I can only load it like halfway. Otherwise, this thing is going straight through that fish. And here's a pretty interesting cool fact about lionfish. Did you know that they can lay up to 2 million eggs a year? Or 50,000 eggs every 3 days. That's insane. So with that kind of number of eggs being laid just by one female, there's like a snowball's chance in you know where that we're ever going to get rid of all the lionfish in our waters. So why do we hunt them? Well, 1, for the camaraderie, 2 is to try to slow them down, and 3, well, it generates a lot of tourism money. The amount of people that come to areas like these to hunt lionfish is astronomical, and that always helps out the community, helps out the local shops, the businesses, and the dive shops. So you better believe we're going to continue to book charters to come out and hunt down all these lionfish in the Gulf. Okay, I'm going to shut up about lionfish for a second because Chris and I just signed up with Barry at Below 130 Diving to do our Trimix, Tech 75, and Advanced Rec. What does that mean? Well, in the coming months, Chris and I are going to be sitting through class, heading to Vortex Springs, diving the New Venture, and the Oriskany to get all the way down to the sand. Which is pretty insane because that's pretty deep. If you're diving, isn't deep what you're looking for? Okay, maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but that's what I'm looking for. So let's do it. Because like I said, you never turn down an opportunity for training because you never know what opportunities are going to present themselves. Heck, who knows? One day, maybe somebody famous will come up and be like, Rob, I like the way you film, and I need you to go to 250 feet. Well, if I don't take the class, then I can't take the job. It's like Vince Lombardi said, you don't practice until you get it right. You practice until you get it right, and then you practice and practice and practice until the right becomes the norm. Or something like that. So every time that I could take an extra class to learn a little bit more about deco procedures and mixed gases, I'm all for it. And that's the whole point of this channel. So let's do it. And in the meantime, before that class starts, we're going to keep killing all these lionfish because it's a great way to pass the time and a great way to clean up our Gulf. And when I say Gulf, I mean, well, either the Gulf of America or the Gulf of Mexico. It all depends on what side of the coin you're on. Either way, the lionfish are still invasive. They don't care what the Gulf of Mexico is called. They just care that they're here to eat all of our fish. So we're going to do our part to make sure that they don't. Hey, leave a comment down below what you guys think about this soundtrack that I have with the video. Normally, it's like some funky 80s music because, well, I'm an 80s baby. But you know what? I'm kind of in a pirate vibe right now. And since Epidemic Sound has a whole bunch of pirate music on it, why not? I mean, we are in the ocean, right? Well, the Gulf anyways. Either way, we're still out in the water. And you know what? If I want to say hoist the Jolly Rogers, then I'll say hoist the Jolly Rogers. And ain't nothing nobody could do to tell me otherwise. This is what I was talking about right here. So that pole spear just flew through that lionfish. I wasn't kidding when I said this thing's like a heat-seeking missile. Jeez. That was a really good pyramid. Look at this zookeeper. Stacked full. Speaking of zookeeper, I have an affiliate link. You guys don't forget, use it. My code is AD Outdoors. If you guys go to lionfishzk.com, put everything that you want in your cart. When you go to checkout, put in my code AD Outdoors. Save yourself 10%. All right, back to the lionfish hunting. If you guys are interested in a lionfish hunt, get a hold of Shark Quest down in Gulf Breeze. We go outside of Destin, and we're a 6-pack boat, so we're always a small group. You're not on a cattle boat. You come on the boat in the morning as a stranger, and by the time you leave in the afternoon, you're a pretty good friend. If you guys are in Destin around the middle of May, and you're not diving, or you're not lionfish hunting, and you just want to stop by and have a good time, stop by the Emerald Coast Open weigh-in day. Sunday, May 17th, and I guarantee you, you're going to have a blast. Now, all the times that I've been hunting lionfish, I was talking to Jason when we got on the boat, and I'm like, man, every time I'm down there, all I can hear is Jason's pole spear. It's just ding, 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 ding. I'm like, Jesus, how are you shooting lionfish so stinking fast? He let me in on a little secret. And if you guys don't tell him that I told you, well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret too. So normally, after I shoot a lionfish, I use my left hand to reload my pole spear. Now, you're wasting time. Put that sucker in the zookeeper and use the structure to reload. Push your barbs into that pyramid, reload, shoot your fish. Put it in the zookeeper, rinse and repeat. Saves so much time. Seriously though, we shot so many lionfish that my hand was cramping. Like I would literally have to take a break between the lionfish because my hand was cramped up. Either I didn't hydrate well enough, which could be a possibility, but the amount of times that I was loading this pole spear up to shoot a lionfish was insane. It was an epic day of taking out lionfish. So we hit a few different areas. So you guys saw a lot of pyramids, a lot of metal structure, and now this one right here is a rubble pile with a whole bunch of culverts. The metal structures always hold a lot more lionfish. These concrete structures, you'll find little pockets of lionfish here and there, but you're never going to find any like substantial numbers. And now we're diving on the Big Dog. The Big Dog was sunk in 2021 and was given to Okaloosa County by the United States Air Force. This boat used to participate in the Parachute Water Survivor Program. That's pretty cool, and it's right here in our Gulf waters. And this one usually has a lot of lionfish on it, but this one is hit pretty hard because it's a public number. Now you'll watch these lionfish, and as soon as you get close to these ones, they scurry off. They take off. They're trained. They know that people are hunting them. So I'm telling you guys, if you're hunting lionfish, try to be a very good aim. Look at that one. That one just, he's like, nope, I'm out of here. And he really pissed me off too. I chased this guy for a minute. Probably went to like 400 PSI just trying to get him in my zookeeper. Anyways, if you guys are hunting lionfish on public numbers, aim small, miss small. Because if you aim and you hit them and then they get away, then they're just smart and they're going to be harder for us to spear later. Because these dudes are smart. Like literally you come up next to them and they're gone. Normally lionfish are like, whatever, you can shoot me 15 times, I don't care. But these ones are getting a little smart. A few comments that I've gotten in the past. 1, what do we do with all these lionfish? Well, for these competitions, these ones are turned in whole for the Emerald Coast Open for the preseason. They're either going to use the lionfish for science, they're going to dissect them, find out what they're eating, find out what kind of diseases they have, find out how healthy they are, or if they're good lionfish to where we didn't destroy them with our spear, then they're going to donate them to the restaurants for the restaurant week, which is during the actual tournament where they feed us all lionfish. Normally though, outside of the Emerald Coast Open, you shoot a lionfish and you take it home. These are probably the best eating fish that I've ever had. White, flaky, firm meat. Turn them into a fish taco, turn them into sashimi, turn them into a poke bowl. You can do anything with a lionfish. Probably the best tasted fish I've ever had. Still, I get a lot of comments about them being poisonous. Lionfish are not poisonous. They have venom in their spines. Once you take care of those spines, everything else is just like a normal fish. The meat is safe to eat, easy to cook, easy to fillet. Another comment that I get is, how deep are lionfish? Typically in the Gulf, we have to dive anywhere between 60 to 120 feet, even deeper if you want to go deeper, to find lionfish. In other parts of the world, I was over in the Red Sea and the lionfish are right at the dock. So they can be shallow, we just don't get them that shallow here in the Gulf of Mexico or the Gulf of America. How do you get into lionfish hunting? Well, preferably have advanced open water, because there are some things that you should know before you actually put a spear in your hand, and some things that you should be comfortable with. Of course, you should have a nitrox certification, because diving around a 28% blend is about perfect for where we're at. And you always have to pay attention to your no decompression limits, because when you're hunting lionfish, it's easy to get complacent. Well, that's it. I'm going up. All right, we are just leaving Two Georges Marina. Got the boat parked, washed up, got all the fish that we're keeping cleaned out, and the lionfish are in the cooler. Gonna get dropped off to Alex, and we're like really racking up on the board. I think if all stands and nobody else turns in a bunch of lionfish in the next couple days, Jason and I will probably be in the number 1 and number 2 spot. So that's pretty cool.